Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. I'm in the kitchen today. Come join me and let's make some food. This is the rest of a loaf of baguette that I got for $1 at Hy-Vee. It was quite a large loaf, as you can see. And this is the rest of an Italian loaf I got at Hy-Vee for $1 a while back. So you can use any loaf of bread that you like, but I'm going to make some crostinis. They are delicious. Sometimes I actually have them for a meal, but you can use them as a snack or an hors d'oeuvre or just something when you're watching TV. They're delicious, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, I've sliced up the rest of this baguette. I'm going to put these in the air fryer and I'm going to toast them on both sides. You can toast these in a skillet on top of the stove, or you can put them in the oven. You can put them under the broiler. You just have to watch them carefully because you don't want them to burn. Or you can just put them in the oven and toast them. I'm not going to brush any oil or butter on these. I'm just going to toast them as they are until they are nice and golden brown on either side. All right, I've got a tomato here that I'm going to chop up. And I'm also going to use some of the yellow pear tomatoes as well. And I'm going to put them in the bowl, and we're going to put some other ingredients in there, and I think you're going to like how absolutely easy this is. There we go. Now I'm going to chop up the yellow ones. All right, I've got the tomatoes chopped up, and I've got a large clove of garlic here, and I'm put some kosher salt on there, and I'm just gonna just sort of smash them so they can release their goodness, and the salt helps me to do that. So I've chopped them. That's what we have got. So those are going to go in. This is going to be a topping for the crostini. You can make all kinds of toppings for your crostini. It does not matter. It's entirely up to you. So put a little bit of more salt on there. And I'm going to put some oil on there. I'm going to drizzle some avocado oil because that's what I've got, but olive oil is perfect for this, an extra virgin olive oil, but you can use whatever you like. It's up to you. And just stir it up. But you can put in your toppings whatever you want. I happen to really, really like this. Now I'm going to let this sit long enough so that the tomatoes get a bit macerated and release their juices, and all of that garlicky goodness gets in there. Let's put a little pepper here. And we're going to put some parsley. You can put whatever spices you want. Make it your own. Okay. Here's some of the crostini that is done. Now, you can use this with any kind of bread that you prefer. But you want a bread that's going to hold up under whatever toppings you put on it. And here is my tomato and garlic salad. I guess you could call it that. So, just going to get a spoonful and just top the crostini with it like that. And I'm going to put it on a plate. Now, if you want to put a spread on your crostinis, you can. It's whatever. This is a great way to use what you have. And you notice, you see the oil there? That's going to get absorbed into the crostini because they're nice and crispy. We like that. You can also put cheese. But it will hold up. It will hold up under whatever you want to put on there. Now let's try this. Here's a little bit of the zesty avocado or guacamole that I bought. So let's put some of that on there. And we're going to put tomatoes on the top. That would be delicious and spicy. So, isn't that beautiful? Now then, when you have your crostinis, and if you don't, you can make a lot of them and you can store them in a zip bag or a container, and they will be ready whenever you want them again. And they don't have to be reheated or anything. They're fine just the way they are. Okay? All right, let's give this a taste. These are so delicious. So let your imagination run wild and figure out what you want to put on your crostini. Those fresh tomatoes and garlic is so good. If you don't have fresh garlic, don't worry about it. You can use a powdered or granulated, whatever you want. Really good. Let's try the one with the guacamole on it. That's delicious. So make a cheese spread. Make whatever you like. And put it on your crostinis. They're delicious. Here's something fun. Do you remember in a previous video I bought some thin sliced chicken breasts? Well, I froze them individually. I just laid them out on some parchment paper, put them in a pan in the freezer, and froze them individually. And now I can take one out and cook it whenever I want to. So I don't have one large frozen package, and I can portion them out the way I see fit, and it makes life a lot easier, especially if you're a single person or just one or two people. It just takes a little bit. Just freeze them in the freezer individually and put them in a freezer bag. Speaking of chicken, you may look at this and go, ew, but I want to show you. That package of chicken legs that I showed you in a previous video, I cooked them in the pressure cooker because this is part of my little dog's food. So what I do, I just cook them up, save the broth, and then I pick the chicken bones, pick the meat off for her food, and then I just put the bones and the gristle, etc., back in this container. And once I have been through all of the chicken legs, because you know, she eats the meat from the whole leg, and then she gets a little more meat in the afternoon, along with some kibble, a little bit of that. So, but I can eat this meat as well. So I just pick the meat off of the bone, and then I put the bones back in, and then when I have gone through all of the chicken legs, I cook up the bones, the gristle, the scraps, whatever's left, and I get broth from that, which I can either can the broth or freeze the broth, and then I get actually more meals from the broth. I just want to show you that. Okie dokie, you remember that chicken from the freezer I showed you that I froze individually, those breast slices? Well, here's one of those. I'm going to make some chicken tacos using what I have in the house. Now, this is thawed out. I sliced it while it was still frozen, and it's got garlic powder, onion powder, some salt, pepper, and some taco seasoning, and a little bit of cumin. These are a package of taco shells. These are a street-sized taco, and I actually bought these when I was in Dollar General, and I forgot all about them. I was in there getting some stuff for my critters, and I ran across this. My daughter recommends these, and so I thought, well, I'm going to get a pack. So I had tried these before. They're really good. $1.35 at Dollar General. There are 12 in the package. You can see they're small. And so I'm going to use 3 of these today for my meal. I'm going to give these a quick crisp up, just warm them up a little bit in the air fryer. All right, they're warmed up. It only took a few minutes. And now I'm going to put the chicken in the air fryer, just until it's done. I don't have a certain amount of time. I'm going to be on 400 degrees. It'll just be till it looks done and smells done. Now, these are the toppings I'm going to use on my chicken tacos. I don't have any iceberg lettuce, but I do have some leaf lettuce from my little vegetable patch. So I've got 3 leaves of that. I'm going to use that. I don't have any shredded cheese, but I do have this deli sliced Havarti cheese, so I'm going to use some of that. And for my salsa, you remember the crostinis I showed you how to make? Well, I have some of this good tomato salad left, and that's going to act as my salsa on the chicken tacos. Okie doke, these are done. Doesn't take them very long when they're pre-cut. Now, I've got some cheese here. I just folded it in half, and that's why it looks a little bit raggedy, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to lay a piece of cheese on each taco shell because I don't have shredded cheese, but that's okay. On second thought, I think I'm going to do this. I changed my mind. I'm going to put the lettuce here first, and then I'm going to put the cheese in there. And then I'm going to put some chicken in there. It's a bit hot, but that's okay. We don't care. This is very tasty, by the way. That's cool. And I'm going to put the salsa or the tomato salad on top. I could put some hot sauce on top, but I think I'm just not going to right now. There's my first chicken taco. I'm going to build these other 2, and then we'll be back. There was one thing I forgot about. I had this little bit of guacamole. So I'm going to put a bit on there. I forgot about it. That'll add some nice spice, so I don't need any hot sauce, do I? Okay. Now, to finish off my meal, I'm going to have some cottage cheese. Now, if you happen to have some cottage cheese and you don't have any sour cream and you like sour cream on your tacos, then just give your cottage cheese a whirl in the blender, and that makes a nice equivalent. I want some pineapple on there too. I love fruit with my cottage cheese. Put some pepper on there. Someone asked me about pepper on pineapple and cottage cheese, and I said, yes, it's delicious. You should try it. All right, there is my dinner. I think that looks beautiful. And think about this. I used what I had. So easy, so simple, and so delicious. Now I'm going to have a taste. Can I have a taste? You won't mind, will you? Okay, here we go. That's very good. Oh my, that's delicious. All right. Pardon me, I'm still chewing because it's still good. All right. That's it for me today. I love you guys. You know I do. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you in the comments. I hope you get a little bit of inspiration from this because you guys always inspire me. All right. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.